I love both of these franchises, Tomb Raider and Uncharted. But yeah, Tomb Raider has a nice lead over Uncharted though. I grew up with Tomb Raider, bro, from the old PlayStation days. The recent, well, the latest, I should say, hasn't been. It's been a while, but the latest trilogy, which I enjoyed. I know it had a mix. Like people had mixed feelings about it. I actually enjoyed the latest trilogy, gaming wise. Not a fan of what Netflix did with the show at all. And I heard they're making another show or movie with Tomb Raider. I hope it's nothing like that Netflix show. Anyway, I love Tomb Raider. My favorite will always be Angelina Jolie. The only fault she had in that movie was there wasn't more. I would have loved to at least have a trilogy. I love both of them. Cradle of Life, the original one, I thought she was the perfect cast. How she was represented was spot on for Lara Croft. You know, for me, I can still watch Lara Croft Tomb Raider, but that's the best Tomb Raider best Lara Croft in my opinion. But yeah, due to me having a bigger history with Tomb Raider than Uncharted, I guess that's the reason I'm choosing it over Uncharted. But I still love Nathan Drake. Don't get it twisted. I still love Nathan out there. The Uncharted games are amazing. The problem for me was I was introduced to it later. I knew it was, like, I always heard about the game and all that stuff, but growing up, I didn't have the finances to buy the game or the system at the time. So I didn't play Uncharted till later down the line. And I enjoyed it when I became an adult, but the history there is not the same. Now, when it comes to death battles, yes, I know some people are going to be like, well, she's a female fighting against a male. Well, this is Lara Croft. We know the games and the movies and stuff, she can hold her own for the most part when it gets a male. So I'm not even looking at it in that, in that sense. I'm talking about skill set wise, off the top of my head, I think Lara Croft has more of a better skill set than Nathan Drake. Let me know who you choose in the comments below. I'll put the original video in the description below. Here we go.
Sometimes an archaeologist needs a bit more than
that would be a good one. Nathan Drake versus Indiana Jones.
For the most legendary of treasure.
Yeah, if it were that easy,
versus Lara Croft, all three of them.
The best treasure
they basically all did the same thing.
To match their brain.
Like Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider.
And Nathan Drake, seeker of the Uncharted. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death.
That was such a cool moment in Uncharted. That was such a cool moment.
Most people
that airplane scene, that one in the train scene, that will always be remembered.
Power. But Lara Croft was lucky enough to be born into them. However, despite attending the best schools and living in her own mansion, she was missing one crucial thing: adventure.
Man, rich people are always looking for some crazy way to help.
Angelina Jolie was the perfect cast.
But if you have a lot of money and you take a lot of trips,
whoever they trying to cast for the new Tomb Raider, they need to be something like Angelina Jolie.
And guess what? It did.
Before she was even old enough to order a drink, a crash landing left her stranded in desolation. She had to learn for herself how to adapt and survive for over a week before returning to civilization as a whole new lady.
In whatever Tomb Raider timeline you're looking at, whether it's on an island or the Himalayas, Lara's destined to this life-changing fate.
I'm never getting on a plane with her.
Surprisingly, Lara's experience left her
far
from traumatized. Instead, she was inspired, hooked by the thrill of perilous adventure. So she struck out on her own, seeking lost treasure across the globe to make a name for herself.
But Lara's no fool, so first she made sure she'd be ready for anything. She tracked down the best teachers she could find to learn her the ways of stealth, survival, and martial arts.
She became proficient in numerous types of firearms, and her martial art of choice appears very reminiscent to kickboxing. She can even fight while blindfolded.
So she's basically Batman, who treasure hunts with guns. Speaking of which, Lara is famous for her trademark dual Heckler and Koch pistols. And I'm not talking about the things under her sweater, but she's also
that was something, yeah, with that game, the new trilogy game, that was something that I hated how they did not give more light to it. Yes, you had moments of the dual wheels, but they didn't give it enough attention in my opinion.
And she's got enough trick arrows to make Green Arrow proud. She's got fire arrows, poison arrows, explosive.
Those were such good games, bro. I would play them now. I play them like once a year, to be real with you, the whole trilogy.
Axe is supposed to be used for scaling up cliffs. You can imagine what the thing does to a human skull. Oh wait, you don't have to. Watch. Lovely.
Gruesome murder aside, Lara's extensive training paid off in big ways. She's discovered the legendary blade Excalibur, the Philosopher's Stone, the Ark of the Covenant, Thor's hammer Mjolnir, and even Bigfoot, whom she also promptly killed.
Suck it, Sasquatch. She survived dinosaurs, the Kraken, a Chinese dragon, and she even found the long-lost Led Zeppelin song Stairway to Heaven.
What? No. She found a literal stairway to heaven.
Really? Holy shit!
For a 132-pound woman, she's surprisingly strong. She's held up a heavy...
What animation was that? I don't think I've ever seen that version of Lara Croft.
Stairway to heaven.
The one where he knocked the dude up in the air.
Holy shit!
For a 132-pound woman, she's surprisingly strong.
Looks like
She's
a
held up
SNL
heavy
skit
gate for
version
36
of Lara
straight
Croft.
seconds while drowning.
More
She
about
also
jokes.
regularly pushes around enormous boulders, like the giant blocks in the Pyramid of Giza. This makes her easily strong enough to, say, punch a man through a wooden beam.
Lara's also a crack shot.
I forgot
she
about
can
that.
precisely tag multiple targets in less than a second, even if they're button-sized bolts or kunai flying through the air.
She's skilled enough to infiltrate and escape Area 51. She's tenacious enough to take a bullet in the heat of battle and keep fighting. And she's tough enough to dive off a 250-foot cliff into water with no injury whatsoever. The highest documented dive ever recorded is 193 feet. But unlike Lara, this driver underwent weeks of preparation and still broke his collarbone.
Goodness
This girl
gracious.
can survive almost anything. When she was younger, she got impaled by a rusty metal spike and was still able
And
to
before y'all
complete
say,
the
ain't no
entire
way she can
adventure
survive
without
that. This is a video game character.
Wasn't
This
even
character
able
is
to
not
properly
real.
treat it. She had to cauterize it with a
It's meant for
burning arrow.
entertainment.
Damn,
You know, some
that's
people take it
hardcore.
way too
I
seriously.
think I found my
This is
next
not
big
based on a
fight.
true story.
And then there was that one time she threw her climbing axe at a helicopter and it just exploded.
Yeah, the only logical explanation.
do some
being she
unbelievable
threw the
things?
axe into
Yeah,
the chop's air and
but
shredded its internals, which
I
caused
take
the
it as
spark to reach its
entertainment,
gas
nothing
tank.
She
seriously.
made the helicopter explode with nothing
I still
but an
love
axe.
Lara Croft.
That girl's got one hell of an arm.
I think we can all agree Lara is a badass, but she
Yes.
thinks so too, and can get a bit reckless.
If she gets too full of it, she could always find herself at the wrong end of a
I actually
tree
like the
branch,
take they
crushed
went
by
with this
Walter,
Lara Croft,
by
where they went
wolf,
more
shot
mature
her
route,
head, stabbed her
because they actually show you what happens when she messes up. I mean, it was pretty graphic. I was shocked they went that far, but the whole mature route with it, I thought was smart. It was different. Wait, what did he say?
Don't you
Even knowing that, the risk doesn't keep her from any of her bewildering adventures.
don't you think you've seen enough?
No
Sic
peeking.
Parvis Magna. To most people, these words hold little meaning, but for globetrotting explorer Nathan Drake, it's his life motto: greatness from small beginnings.
And beginnings don't get much smaller than his. Little Nate spent half his childhood in a boys' home, where he was raised by nuns, picked on by bullies, and pretty much just hated on for every second of his life.
Nathan found solace in his fascination with history, particularly the explorer who found El Dorado, Sir Francis Drake. And like his idol, Nathan dreamed of one day escaping the orphanage to go on treasure hunts of his own.
And he did, with his big brother Sam. The treasure? They're dead mom's old journals about Mr. Drake himself. Turns out they were in some old lady's house, so they broke in, she called the cops, and then immediately died of a heart attack.
Obviously
forgot
not
about
wanting
that.
to be caught trespassing and standing over a dead woman when the police arrived, Nathan began a life on the run.
Talk about shitty luck. Man, all he wanted was a book.
Fortunately, Nathan seemed born for the treasure hunter's life.
I totally
He's
forgot about
exceptionally
that.
athletic, has encyclopedic historical knowledge, and can find a way out of almost any bad situation with his quick wit.
He'd make sure that everyone would remember the name Nathan Drake.
After several solo adventures, Nathan eventually teamed up with Victor Sullivan, a former Navy officer turned expert con artist. Sully taught Nathan the ways of combat, both with his fists and with firearms.
Good thing, too, because it seems like everybody out there wants to take a shot at
I ain't
Nate.
gonna front.
He
No
almost
offense to
always
Tom
has a
Holland. He was
45
not the
Defender
perfect
or
cast for
9mm
Nathan
pistol
Drake.
in hand, as well as a
If
Colt.
anything, Mark
He can
Wahlberg
rack
should have
up a
been
body
Nathan and
count
not
with
Sully,
just about
but
any weapon he touches, including
the casting on that
machine
was
guns, shotguns,
was terrible.
grenade
No
launchers,
offense to
and
Tom Holland. He's a good actor.
Hey, when there's a literal army of bad guys
But I don't
out to
know
kill
what
you,
they was
you
thinking
gotta
of having
become a
Tom
one-man
Holland play
army
Nathan
yourself.
Drake. Like seeing
Ready
this and
for
then seeing
anything,
Tom Holland, it
Nathan
just does
set
not
out to
match.
follow in his idol's footsteps, and then some. He's discovered 5 lost civilizations, stopped multiple world-ending threats, and even unlocked the secret of El Dorado like Sir
I guess that's
Francis
why there hasn't been a
Yeah,
Uncharted
turns
2.
out It's not a city of gold, just a
They was like,
dead
we
guy
gotta
that
start
turns
over.
people into zombies.
A popular name doesn't always make the
See that
movie
one
great.
coming.
Because I'm
Anyway,
pretty sure that
he
was the
wouldn't
reason they
have
got
done
Tom
any of
Holland,
those
because
things
he's
if he
Poppy,
weren't
Spider
physically
Man.
fit for the job. He's strong enough to move boulders twice his size and hold up a 4-ton gate for 4 seconds. He can climb huge cliffs with nothing but his fingertips and constantly jumps humongous gaps without needing a running start.
The standing broad jump world record is 12 feet and 3 inches. In this instance, Nathan Drake was able to make a 19-foot jump from a standstill. 19 feet!
See?
And
Just
he's
like
always
Lara
doing similar
Croft.
jumps
Unreal
throughout his
stuff, but
adventures.
it's a video game.
He's got hops, but he's also got an iron hide. The dude is constantly
You gotta just
falling
add some
dozens of
super
feet and
soldier
never
serum
shaking
into
it off.
them to make these
Like
games
that time he did a
more fun, I
40-foot
guess.
belly flop and got right
But there's
back
some
up
Captain
like it was
America
nothing.
stuff here.
That
That
could
jump
kill a normal
and the
guy.
stuff Lara Croft was
Nathan
doing.
Drake is nothing if not determined. When he found himself cornered on a train and bleeding out from a bullet wound, his solution was to simply
That was
blow
a
the
cool
whole thing to
moment.
oblivion.
What a convenient pile of propane tanks.
But of course, he survived the crash and even climbed to safety, despite having no way of knowing he'd get out of this whole mess alive at all.
On top of all that, look what he's wearing. It's freezing up there.
Actually, explosions generally seem to be his exit of choice, like when he blew up a cargo plane while flying over Saudi
That
Arabia.
was so cool.
After surviving the trip to the ground, he wandered the desert for 2 straight days with 0 food or water. But even with all that, when he found a bunch of mercenaries who wanted to kill him, he was still able to fight them
Technically,
off.
he's dead
How
right
is
there.
this
That
guy
dude shot
real?
him right in the
What
face.
kind of deal did
Played
he
out the
make
hardest
with Satan?
difficulty. He's dead.
He should know that that stuff comes with a terrible price. Believe me.
All of this just proves how careless and haphazard Nathan really is. This man rarely, if ever, has a plan for anything at any point. Nearly every moment of his life, whether he's in or out of danger, Nathan's philosophy insists that he simply roll with whatever punches come his way. When it comes down to it, much of his survivability
Yeah, I'm really comfortable
can
with
be
Lara
chalked up
Croft
to
winning.
an abundance of
Like I said, unless it's some freak
And also his
accident,
incredible knack
she's
for
gonna win it.
improvising and adapting. Lucky or not, hundreds, if not thousands of bad guys have tried to beat him to some treasure and lost. It's good odds that if you go up against Nathan Drake, you're not just gonna lose that treasure, you're gonna lose your life.
What the hell did you do back there?
Oh, you know, save the world.
Damn, it's cold up here. Okay, let's try. Gotcha.
How old is this video?
Stop!
8 years ago? Alright.
Turn around. Slowly.
Animation's not bad for 8 years ago.
Crap. Hey there. I'm guessing the whole finders keepers rule isn't gonna apply.
Cut the chit-chat. The Grail's coming with me. Either walk away or die right here. Choose wisely.
Good voice
Okay,
acting
Missy.
for Lara.
First rule about me.
You was gonna let him pull the
I
gun
don't
out like
walk
that?
away.
It's like, when you see him reaching back, you start shooting. She had him, and she just let him pull the gun out.
It never fails. I get to the gold at the end of the rainbow and somebody tries to kill me.
Uh-oh.
Not a scratch.
Do you know what you've done?
That's probably not good. Okay, that's definitely not good.
Oh, I was like, dang. I guess that's it.
have to do what I have to do.
Ah, crap.
She forgot the cup? How did he even get there? No way. Super Soldier Serum. Oh my goodness. I love Lara Croft, but my goodness. Dang.
Not a scratch.
Dang. I mean, come on. I think when they were showing her throw the axe earlier, it was the plane, I think, going towards her. The plane was flying away from her. She still had the Super Soldier Serum to throw it that far. Oh my goodness. I love Lara Croft, but that's still laughable to see. Ain't no way. And it explodes.
That means he literally had the strength of 10 men.
But in Lara's case,
The way-
she moved
sorry, that's
several
still
limestone
funny.
blocks used in the Great Pyramids. Not only did she move them much farther distances than Nathan, but given their size and makeup, these blocks should weigh over 27 tons each.
I gotta see what the
Lara's
comment
way
section say
tougher,
about
too.
that one. I know I'm not the only one who
Things
saw that as
definitely
weird.
would have taken Nate out.
Like when she was impaled by rebar, but was still able to accomplish everything.
Maybe I
necessary to
misheard
survive a
the
hostile
comic they
island
showed of
for
her
a week.
throwing the
Nathan
axe
suffered
to
a
the
bullet
plane.
wound in the
Because I don't remember it flying away like
And
that.
while
She
he
still
powered
hits it
through the
and it
plane for a short
explodes.
time, he soon passed out and was unconscious while under intensive care for 3 days.
Take my word for it. I've been through pretty much everything you can think of, and I'd rather take a bullet than rebar any day. And that rebar thing happened when Lara was pretty young. Later, she got all sorts of combat and survival training from experts. Well, Nate was mostly self-taught, with a few pointers every so often from a con man. Also, when the pressure's really on, Lara manages to always keep a cool head. Much better than Nate.
So, you got a plan C?
Yeah, floor it. I'm getting on that train.
What are you, crazy?
Nathan Drake did just about everything by the seat of his pants, and eventually, luck always runs out.
Yeah, she was just too crafty for him.
The
Luck.
winner is Lara Croft.
Lara, man, that was funny. I can't even front. Hold on. I gotta see what other people say. And I have a question for you after that. Hold on. After this. Yeah, see? I prayed for Drake to win this one, but I can accept Lara winning. But I can't accept how she won. It's like, wait, hold on. Yeah, throws axe at helicopter, leaves. Alright, I'm headed out. I'm gonna head out. Oh my goodness. Like, I still believe Lara should have won. Though, like, Laura's more skilled than Drake. Still, the way she won, I'm like, to be real, the battle should have ended a long time ago when she was having the guns point at him and she just stands there while he turns around to get his AK. Please, if I was playing Lara Croft, let's say in the 2 minute game, oh, will you reach it? Bang. You know, but still, yes, I still believe she should have won. It was just how she won. I thought that was funny. That was funny. It's like, y'all could come up with anything else on her to win. I understand why they did that, but still, that's still funny. All right, well, oh, the question. So I have a question. Lara Croft, Indiana Jones, Nathan Drake. From 1 to 3, who you choose? Who you choosing to win that free for all? Me, I was sitting there thinking about it when I was seeing that battle. I would say Lara, Indy, and Nathan. Nathan will always be last because he like they even said it. He comes up with stuff on the fly. Indiana Jones is skilled at what he does. Lara Croft is way more skilled than what Indy does. So due to that, I know we could talk about survivability and all that stuff, but when it comes to straight skill, all three of them do basically the same thing when it comes to their adventures. So now I'm just basing it off of skill. If I did that, I would say Lara Croft, Indy, and Nathan. You know, Indiana Jones wasn't like the perfect weapon, or I guess you could call it that, but he knew enough. He was taught enough. He wasn't just some pushover who just made up stuff on the fly. You know, like in the Temple of Doom when he was fighting when he went back to save the people and was fighting all the villains. He didn't go, okay, let's just see what happens. No, he knew how to hold his own. To be real, if I can remember correctly, the only times he really had issues when he was fighting some big dude. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade. I'm trying to remember the battle sequences in the first one. I don't really think about anything past the third one. Y'all probably understand that. But yeah, so he was skilled. He was more skilled than Nathan Drake. So I would take Indiana Jones over Nathan Drake. But overall, the full package, I'm taking Lara Croft. And I'm not just talking out of fandom because I'm more of a fan of Lara. But if I'm looking at it, I mean, her background really solidifies itself. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll check y'all later.